On January 30th, the defense ministers of the three Baltic nations, Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania, signed a joint declaration of intent in Tallinn to create the Baltic Regional Military Mobility Area. The concept is essentially the military version of the European Union's Schengen zone. Let's take a look at the agreement and why it's needed for today's video. Residents of and visitors to continental Europe generally don't have to think too much when it comes to hopping around the region and going from country to country. It's all thanks to the Schengen Agreement, which established a zone without internal border checks. However, when it comes to the movement of armed forces, it's not quite the same despite decades of peaceful coexistence. Indeed, last year, the European Commission highlighted that it wasn't just access to roads, bridges and railways affecting the ability of militaries to move quickly across borders. Paperwork was an impeding factor as well. According to Politico Europe, national rules are often divergent, fragmented and non-harmonized. The result is that there's a fair bit of bureaucracy and paperwork to move the troops and military equipment of a foreign nation to or through another country. It somewhat makes sense given the seriousness of it all. Military vehicles can be heavy and are at risk of damaging roads. The transport of ammunition and other hazardous materials needs to be tracked. Locals may even need to be given a good deal of advance notice so that they don't panic and think an invasion is taking place. Despite the very valid reasons for bureaucracy, it all presents a hurdle to multinational cooperation such as joint exercises, particularly at a time when Europe needs to show that it's serious about its own defense. This will hopefully change, at least when it comes to the Baltic nations. According to Estonian public broadcaster ERR, the ministers of the three countries say that the new initiative is for peacetime and aims to remove cumbersome restrictions that often impede and slow down the movement of troops and equipment between countries and NATO allies. At the press conference announcing the initiative, Estonian Defense Minister Hanno Pevkur stated, "The point of the military Schengen is that we do not have any bureaucracy, any paperwork that needs to be done when militaries are moving from one European country to another. Even today, when we go to exercises in Latvia, we have to fill in a lot of paperwork, and this is not very reasonable." Pevkur goes on saying, "We have had examples where some of the Allies' equipment is here and ready to work if necessary, but the paperwork takes months." It said that under current arrangements, different bureaucratic standards across NATO countries can sometimes hold up proceedings for months. In fact, according to Politico Europe, some countries require 45 days of advance notice before allowing military equipment to cross their territory. So, when it comes to Allied movements through the Baltics, the new initiative will allow for more cooperation. Lithuania's Defense Minister Robertas Kaunas adds that the agreement will also help in times of crisis and not just during peacetime. Kaunas stated, "It's not just paperwork. It means that Lithuanian tanks can move freely to defend Riga, Estonian artillery can support Vilnius, and Latvian forces can strengthen Tallinn. In times of crisis, every hour matters, and bureaucracy and borders can slow down our defense and deterrence." Wanting to take this concept further, Latvia's defense minister stressed the importance of having a Europe-wide military Schengen to allow troops and equipment to move as quickly as possible to the eastern flank in the event of an attack. For its part, Lithuania has been working on the issue with Germany and Poland. But for now, there's this agreement in the works between the Baltic states, with the intention of creating a mobility area that'll span the land, sea, air, and cyber domains. What do you think of this initiative? Let us know by leaving a comment.